Welcome back to my channel Knowledge Chronicle.
Have you ever wondered how your brain stores millions of memories, like your childhood, school lessons, or even your favorite movie dialogue? But at the same time, you forget where you kept your keys just 5 minutes ago. What is memory? Memory is your brain's ability to store, retain, and recall information when needed. It's like your brain's own filing system. Some files are permanent, and others are temporary. Memory involves 3 key processes: encoding, taking in information like hearing a name; storage, keeping that information inside the brain; retrieval, pulling it out when needed, like recalling that name during a conversation. For example, when you read a chapter, you encode it. If you revise, it gets stored. And when you write it in the exam, that's retrieval. Our brain stores information in different types of memory systems, based on how long we need it and what type of information it is. Let's break it down. Sensory memory lasts for just 1 to 2 seconds. It comes directly from your senses, like seeing a fast-moving bus. For example, a flash of lightning. Your brain registers it, but doesn't hold it for long. Short-term memory, also called working memory, holds small amounts of info for 20 to 30 seconds. We can store about 7 items at a time. For example, memorizing a phone number to dial it right away. Long-term memory is like a deep storage system. It can last for days, years, or even a lifetime. There are 2 main types. Explicit memory, which you can describe, includes episodic memory, events in your life, like your first day of college, and semantic memory, facts and knowledge like the capital of India. Implicit memory is made up of unconscious skills, like procedural memory, things you do automatically. For example, riding a bicycle or typing on a keyboard. Now let's understand how a memory actually forms in your brain. First, there's a stimulus. You see or hear something. Then encoding. Your brain turns it into a signal. Next is storage. Neurons or brain cells connect to store it. After that comes consolidation, when the memory becomes long-term. And finally, retrieval. You access that memory when needed. For example, you meet a new person, learn their name, which is encoding, revise it, that's consolidation, and remember it next week, which is retrieval. All this happens in milliseconds inside your brain. Where is memory stored in the brain? Well, different parts of your brain actually control different types of memory. Your hippocampus, for example, is responsible for converting short-term memory into long-term memory. Then there's the amygdala, which adds emotion to your memories, like fear or happiness. The cerebellum takes care of muscle memory, such as walking or dancing. And finally, the prefrontal cortex is used for attention and decision-making. So when you feel emotional while remembering something, it's really your amygdala doing its job. Why do we forget? Now let's answer the big question, why do we forget? There are several reasons. First, decay. If you don't use a memory, it just fades with time. For example, forgetting a chapter you studied months ago but didn't revise. Second, interference. New memories can confuse old ones or the other way around. For instance, learning a new language might interfere with your old vocabulary. Third, failure to encode. Sometimes you didn't focus while learning, so the memory wasn't really created, like forgetting someone's name right after meeting them. And finally, emotional repression. The brain might actually block painful or traumatic memories to protect you. How do emotions affect memory? Ever wondered why emotional moments stick so deeply in your mind? That's because the amygdala actually boosts memory during strong emotional events. For example, you may not remember what you wore last Monday, but you definitely remember how you felt after your first breakup or a big achievement. In a way, emotion acts like a highlighter on memory. How can you improve memory naturally? Let's end with some powerful memory-boosting techniques. First, spaced repetition. Revise regularly with gaps. Second, mnemonics. Use acronyms or rhymes like VIBGYOR for rainbow colors. Third, sleep well, because sleep really helps consolidate memory. Fourth, eat brain foods. Include nuts, berries, and fish. Fifth, exercise, as it boosts oxygen to the brain. Sixth, avoid multitasking, since focus actually improves memory. And finally, teach what you learn. Explaining helps you retain information longer. Remember, smart study always beats long study. So next time you forget something, don't panic. Your brain is working just as nature intended, but now you have the tools to make your memory sharper, stronger, and smarter. Your one like, share, and subscribe will help us create more valuable content. This is Knowledge Chronicle, and I'll see you in the next video.